We're frogs.
The two-part combination that aids in healing and prevents infection of the laser eyes. Today's day 51. I'm Gazbot. This is 100 Days of Making Comics. Yes. I paused there for a second because I actually did need to give myself medicated drops in my eyes, and I thought some people might not want to watch that. I don't know why. It's pretty exciting, and now I have milky vision. But anyway, today is day 51 of 100 Days of Making Comics with me, Laser Eyes Gazbot. And today was much better than yesterday with the crazy, horrible cat flea fiasco. I still had to deal with some of the fallout of that. I had to go buy a cat brush and brush them and do a little bit more laundry and vacuuming and like a miniature version of what I did yesterday. Not nearly as bad. It seems to be going well. I mean, I don't know how we'll know when we're officially out of the woods, but they seem to be scratching less. I saw only 2 fleas today, whereas yesterday I saw 4. So again, I think we caught it early, but that's not important. What is important is that I worked. I didn't do a huge big day. It was a little bit more than a half hour, like 45 minutes, which wasn't bad. I had to deal with the cats. My eyes are better. What's weird is like watch TV, ride my bike and stuff, but when I focus on the monitor is like one of the things that most tires my eyes, although it is getting much better and I probably could have done a little more. Another thing is when I was walking up the stairs earlier, I smashed my elbow really hard and I like, it hurts. It still hurts. So anyway, all these factors combined mean that I only did 45 minutes. I really want to start ramping up, especially as my eyes get better. Sorry for the pause. Q was laughing at a kitten climbing on a cop video in the other room. We like cats in this house, if you couldn't tell. But anyway, so I did 45 minutes, finished up page 3 roughs. I'll go ahead and put the process up right here. Now!
Alright, so picking up where we left off yesterday, I had gotten the cockpit of this vehicle done, and I need to put in Mr. Donald Johnson, and I kind of was trying to get him on model again, even though I don't really need to, but I think I came closer right away. I'll clean him up more in the pencils and inks, but I guess the practice the other day paid off, because I think I got a pretty reasonable likeness of what the character should look like pretty quick. And then I quickly erased the rough because I realized it was messing me up, the underneath rough. And so I'm just putting a suit in. I put on a harness, kind of like almost like a roller coaster ride, or like what you see like army people using. Because I figure this is like a high impact possible, it's like a big safety emergency. Let's get out of here. Like not everybody has this vehicle. It's special because he's a corporate muckety muck. So if you imagine like a government dignitary or just a really rich, powerful corporate guy, which is exactly what he is. They get the special treatment of, we got to get you out of here at all costs and keep you safe. That was my desktop with my Jungle Fury / Geki Rangers art on there. I didn't do it, somebody else did it. And, I was just putting a transparency for the window, and I decided to make a little bit more area see-through as opposed to metal. Then I went ahead and started looking at this big panel. I quick consulted the script because I forgot what was being said where, and he just has one line there as he's leaving. And I think that was all the dialogue originally on this page. And then I go ahead and mucked around with him some more. And I was getting ready to go into this big panel on the bottom left, which I think I said yesterday that I was kind of not looking forward to because I feel like I hadn't thumbnailed it very well, and I knew it had to be there. But as I started working on it, it actually came together pretty quickly, and it wasn't too far from the thumbnail, but I just adjusted a little bit of the perspective and, I don't know, put some shadowing in on the horror arm there, and it started coming together. Because I want the horror to be in the picture to show that there's still the danger, since we've only seen him for 1 second. I thought about putting a shadow, but I like the idea that he's still kind of pulling himself out of the earth. Like in the other panel, he had his left arm, and then this is his right arm. And just the very act of pulling himself out of the earth, everyone's like, blah, we're going to get destroyed. And then some cracks emanating from the crevasse he's creating, which is much bigger. And then some pebbles and dust and stuff falling off of him. And so that was kind of the basic landscape I set up. And then I needed a vehicle. And I was kind of dreading doing this vehicle because I hadn't designed it yet. And it's sort of a semi-realistic one. But I ended up being pretty happy with the design I did right away. And it's basically an amphibious helicopter, but I put aspects of like rockets, so maybe it could be like a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. Maybe it doesn't even need the helicopter top. And I realized after the fact that I probably based it a lot on an old 80s G.I. Joe toy, which I can't remember the name of, but I know it was a VTOL. That's the only reason I know that. Like everything about the military comes from the G.I. Joe cartoon and toys. But the cockpit for sure comes from that. And then these are the little people that are like ant size, and I started putting in pieces of machinery like that had been smashed in the last couple panels. I started putting in one of the laser tank mechs, but I realized we're further back from the dig site, so it wouldn't be there. So I put in these sort of temporary housing, storage container unit things, whatever they are. And then a supply truck or a troop transport, and figure that's where everyone else is trying to get to, either the shelter or the truck to get out of there. But further away is the special G.I. Joe-inspired safety helicopter that only Donald Johnson gets. And the part of what I needed to establish in this panel, and that's just me putting in the back wall again like I did in all the others because it's all in the big crater. One of the things I need to establish, aside from scale and threat and the fact that they're evacuating, is that while everyone else is running, or, you know, I think there's 2 guys in front shooting. Maybe there were like security guards or Marines or something stationed there for protection, although they're clearly ineffective, but they're doing their duty, you know. I also needed to establish that Donald Johnson is getting on the vehicle, since the next panel we just see him in it, and arguably people could guess, oh, I guess he's in a vehicle, but I needed to show the vehicle and theoretically show him getting in it, but I realized it was so far away. That's why I put those speech bubbles in, so it could be like, get in, Mr. Johnson. And then a couple other speech bubbles for people going like, run, shoot it, yay.
What's it? There it is. So there's that. I don't know how many more layout or roughs I could do, because we're going to get more into the story and we're going to start giving stuff away. I'm pretty confident the next page or 2 I could still do, but you know, once I get past the first few pages of setup, I'm reluctant to like show too much of the story, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe I will end up doing some finished art on the first couple pages as I'm roughing others and just not show you the roughs, or we'll figure it out. Just like we did everything, right guys? Together. And girls. I use guys in the general. I'm not trying to exclude any genders. What else? There was something else I wanted to tell you, but I can't remember. So yeah, today is day 51, and in some ways I like it better than day 50, because day 50 was like a milestone, and it's like, you know, anniversary issue, but 51 means that I'm 51% done, 49% left to go. So 50 was like, oh, I'm at the top of the mountain, and now 51, I'm like, going down the mountain. Although what I feel like might happen is when you're going down a mountain, it's like you're going so fast, you have to kind of slow to stop yourself, and it's almost more dangerous, the descent, than the ascent. Not that I'm a big mountain climber, but I do hike a little, and I always find I'm like, going up, no problem, then down, I'm like, all right, hang on. So, but if I twist that analogy around and say that means I'm going to slow down, maybe I will take my time with the drawings, put a little bit of extra love and care, craft them. That's, yeah, weird. Hey, I'm Barry White, and I'm here to tell you about drawing. This is how Barry White talks. He's very like this. I am all over the place today. I guess I should end it. Oh, all the 50s yesterday with the 50s, and I forgot to change the title card thing where it comes up, 100 Days of Comics, day 49. So before somebody else can point that out, I will. It is a running theme of numbers. Even my whole episode is about the number 50. I still somehow messed it up. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be my day. I got to do a few other things, still booking Japan stuff that just takes so long. But it's going to be great. And yeah, I'm going to see you guys back here tomorrow for day 52. But today's day 51. And that means...
We've got 49 days left. Oh yeah, baby, 49 minutes.